right, we're on chapter 20, Western Europe during the High Middle Ages. We're on the third heading, which is European Christianity during the High Middle Ages. We're on the second bullet point, which is popular religion. So what do we mean when we say popular religion? Well, popular in this case means the general population. So when we're talking about popular religion, we're not necessarily talking about the elites. We're talking about what is the common people's experience, what are the common people's belief on what should be done on their experience. So all the scholasticism, which I mentioned in the previous subheading, really doesn't directly affect the regular person during the High Middle Ages. They basically trust the priest for whatever he says when it comes to theology or those higher level arguments, and they're just basically trying to live their life right and trying to figure out how to do so. Now, what will happen is a lot of formalization of the seven sacraments are going to gain really widespread popularity throughout the entire Catholic Church. So my good Catholics who have finished catechism can name those seven sacraments right off the top of their head. The one I'm going to explain to you is the Eucharist, which to this day is perhaps the most popular of all those sacraments. The Eucharist actually is a recreation of the Last Supper, the night before Jesus is going to be put on the cross and die for people's sins, according to Christianity. During that last meal with his disciples, he is going to basically bring out bread and bring out wine. And he's going to tell them, hey, I'm about to die. Where I go, you cannot. And this bread represents my body broken for you. This wine represents my blood that's going to be spilled for you. And so if you are going to be a part of me, then you need to drink this blood and drink this and eat this bread, drink this wine. And it's a very important ritual for Christians because it recreates kind of the seminal moment, the most important moment to Christians, which is Jesus' sacrifice for them. And so it really inspires them to reflect on that sacrifice and live a life worthy of that sacrifice. And it's popular through this day. There are some churches who do it weekly. There are some churches that do it daily. Any Christian church will probably do it at least every quarter. It's that important of a ritual. When it comes to what's specifically more that's just popular with the Catholics, not just all Christians, is going to be the devotion to the saints. And different churches will talk about different saints. But in the Catholic Church, they're going to introduce this idea of heavenly intercession, this idea that some people who die, they go directly to heaven and they're there in heaven and they're able to intervene or intercess on your behalf. So specific saints have different things that they basically are more willing to help people in specific situations or specific places, and they will intervene, intercess on your behalf to God and to get extra help or extra protection in different situations. This is going to lead to the creation of a huge industry for relics. Now, what a relic is a relic is an item which supposedly belonged to a specific saint, which is going to cause all sorts of issues with fraud and will be dealt with in the next era. The other thing this is going to lead to is this is going to increase the popularity of pilgrimages to Rome or where these different saints lived their lives and to visit their places, places that were important to them, possibly get relics, buy relics, and bring back relics that were owned by those saints. It also is going to really create this travel industry, not just for the saints in Europe, but also to travel to the Holy Land, to travel to Jerusalem, and which is going to help to increase communication and spread communication and trade between the Holy Land and within, more accurately, the Middle East and Western Europe. Now, out of all those saints, the most popular and likely most popular to this day is the Virgin Mary, or the mother of Jesus. So she is sees as the great example, the epitome of Christian womanhood, for the sacrifice she was willing to make, for what she endured, through the love that she gave to Jesus and to all those around her. And so, to this day, she is still seen as someone that that can intercede on your behalf, and perhaps the most popular saint to pray to. Anytime you hear like Our Lady of Peace, there are many cathedrals where Mary is very important. Very important to those people in that area. And with that, that is popular religion.